My name is Samson, and this is my story. I was born with a purpose. Before I even took my first breath, God had already decided my fate. An angel appeared to my mother and told her that I would be a Nazirite, a man consecrated to God. I was never to drink wine, touch anything unclean, or cut my hair. And in return, He would grant me strength like no other. From a young age, I felt the power in my muscles. My strength was not normal. It was a divine gift. But with the gift came a mission, to free my people from the oppression of the Philistines. I didn't know how I would do it, until God showed me the way. One day, while walking through the fields, a lion leaped at me. Any other man would have fallen, but I grabbed it with my bare hands and tore it apart as if it were a lamb. In that moment, I understood. My strength was not mine. It was God's. But my real battle began when the Philistines tried to capture me. They surrounded me, 1,000 men with swords and spears. I had no weapon, only a donkey's jawbone lying on the ground. But that was enough. One by one, they fell before me. 1,000 Philistines died that day, and their people trembled at the sound of my name. They did not give up. They set a trap for me in Gaza, locking the city gates, waiting to capture me at dawn. But as they slept, I approached those massive gates, gripped them with my hands, and ripped them from the ground. I didn't just escape. I carried those gates on my shoulders to the top of the mountain. I wanted them to know that neither their walls nor their armies could stop me. But strength is not only physical. And in love, I was weak. I fell for Delilah, and she betrayed me. Night after night, she asked me for the secret of my power. At first, I played with her, giving false answers. But in the end, I gave in. I told her the truth. My hair was never to be cut. That night, as I slept in her lap, she took a blade and stole what was most sacred to me. When I awoke, I tried to rise, but my strength was gone. They captured me like a beast, bound me, and took my eyes. They brought me to Gaza, the same city whose gates I had once torn down. They made me their prisoner, their mockery. They forced me to grind grain like a slave. They laughed at me, but they didn't know one thing. My hair was growing back, and with it, my faith returned. One day, they took me to the temple of their god Dagon. Thousands of Philistines were there, celebrating their victory over me. They placed me in the center of the temple, between two great pillars. But they could not see that I was praying, "Lord, give me strength one last time." My hands searched for the columns. I felt the stone beneath my fingers, took a deep breath, and pushed with everything I had. The ground trembled. The pillars cracked. I heard the screams of the Philistines as the walls began to collapse. And in that final moment, I knew I had fulfilled my destiny. I died that day, but I did not die defeated. Along with